Hey, did you know that a group of koi fish is called a gasp? And that koi fish are highly intellectual creatures that could recognize even their masters. In fact, they could even live up to 100 years old. Jeez. Yeehaw! I caught one. Go real, damn it. Real, damn it. Pull, for real. Damn, this minigame is just off the hook. I believe the three things this video game caters to are breasts, fishing, and clearly beer. And boy, do you gotta catch 'em all. Yeah, this is a pretty nice one. So Stellar Blade is the latest product that developer Shift Up has released to the market. And you know, you need to step into the shoes, you need to walk the line in stylish stilettos as Airborne Squad member, Airship Soldier Eve, as you are sent to Earth and you need to reclaim it back to the humans and destroy the Naytibas. Yeah, those are the antagonists are called Naytibas, and you need to save the humans, basically. So you get sent back to Earth, and you defeat various bosses, collecting beta cores and alpha cores, as well as fuel cells, in order to save the city of Zion and defeat the whole purpose of this video game is just to defeat the Elder Naytiba, because there's this fraction that believe that Mother Sphere controls everything. But little do they know is that this video game, wow, the ending, multiple endings? The plot of this experience will ultimately revolve around 7 different areas, mini sandboxes, playgrounds, whatchamacallit, offering different environments. And what I could just say is that this game is beautiful. The graphics are some of the best I've seen on current gen consoles. The environment is filled with life. The colors vibrate with a stellar score that basks the atmosphere, helping tingle the senses, offering one of the sickest third-person action-adventure hack-and-slash video games I've played in a while, straight up.
Give me a bit of time.
Sure.
Okay, so the introductory cutscenes are over, and the race to save humanity from the Naytibas has begun. It's set, go. Here's your brief tutorial. Enjoy and have fun. And depending on how the tutorial is presented, specifically for this one, the tools it gives you from the start are fairly simple. You got your light attacks with the square button, strong attacks with your triangle, dodging with circle, jumping with X, and guarding with L1, which guarding at the right moment might net you a parry. And so it presents you with enough tools from the start to get a feel of the fundamentals, because once you get into the game, these systems will get more involved. And so usually it takes a couple of minutes to get a feel of the character model, get a weight of it, and for me, first impressions are always important, and Stellar Blade had solid first impressions. Extremely playable. You need to try it. I enjoyed very much the way Stellar Blade presented the supply camps, in which they act as safe havens for the player to sit back, pause for a bit, save your progress, enhance your current weapons, do some light fast travel, as well as buy some items that you might use later for combat. Going back to the combat, I think they did a phenomenal job in creating something of their own, considering the notable influences they portray. This game is fast, slick, but often slows down to provide you a close quarters angle. The parrying and dodging mechanics are critical parts of the combat mechanics that will have you engaging most of the enemies you may encounter. You will embody Beatrix Kiddo taking down the crazy 88, a walking menace with a sword that just so happens to transform into a bobby pin. Part of the totally killer moves this airspace pilot has are the sneak or covert attacks that you do on the unsuspecting enemy. I like that when performed, they refill your gauge, burst or beta skill gauge. But yeah, these attacks work like 99.999% of the time, except that one chance, that it doesn't. Stellar Blade also has the obligatory God mode, where Eve goes OP for a certain amount of time. She's got the back of Taki, so it's Taki mode. The concept of your sidekick being your sidearm, it's not new, but it's pretty cool. And it being a long-range weapon, it's pretty nice. Bravo for these people to do something new in regards with loading screens. No more crawling through cracks between walls. This is a pretty nice addition. I liked it. If you haven't played a Super Mario game before and haven't figured out platformers, then this is definitely not your game. And the guys at Sony are leaking right now for the references. I gotta be honest, all of the water levels or areas that you get to do in this game are not bad. They're pretty neat and not as you might expect, so that's good. Stellar Blade also has light puzzles varying in levels of complexity. They might be part of the story and or side quests. Now back to the fishing. Holy halibut did I spend hours catching and collecting fishes. Boy, this minigame was just as good as the base game. Jaws is in this too. Milky Pop. Liquid Fire. Liquid Lightning. Johnson's Eyeball. God's sake, did the power of the behemoth green. For real though, the subliminal messages and push to consume liquor is just off the charts. They have you collecting beer like a surface dweller has no chance to survive in the apocalypse. And the reward, it's just blissful. In order to upgrade your health and or skill meter, you would have to collect these beta cores found throughout some dead androids out there on the levels. So be on the lookout. The monster design isn't bad, and then the name Naytibas isn't bad either. I mean, who am I to blame? And they showcase a unique design, and all of them have their different challenges to overcome. The design for the NPCs were some of the coolest and futuristic you'd see in latest video games. And just like all of the relationships in the future, you're gonna have to buy your way to the highest level of friendship.
Not bad, Angel. An excellent choice.
Thank you so much.
I was fairly surprised by the side quests in Stellar Blade because I liked that they showed the androids or humans in this case in their personalities and insight look into their, one would say, soul or lack thereof in some, but it was nice.
That's all there is to it, Angel. I may talk big, but I'm still only human.
So I want to share this side mission. I was barely involved. So you go into this bar, you meet this android couple, and the lady android has her voice box broken. And so you go out, ask Artemis, hey, can you fix this lady? And so she says, okay, go out and do some video game stuff, come back and bring her up. Okay, so you go do that, then you fix her right up, and so the next day, she lets you know that her loverboy boyfriend has gone missing, which is fairly odd in the community considering how outstanding this android is. So you go out in the desert, and he's being beaten by wild Naytibas because he was just looking for some legs for his girlfriend to walk on. You return him back to the bar, and all is well. Then the next day she asks you for this favor to go out and find this robot that has very important secretive information related to side mission, related to him, that you go into an opera house and find out that this Enya Gaga singer used to be a human singer by the name of Makinima, I don't know what you call it. And so Enya Gaga finds out, starts singing, the whole town listens. Oh my, jeez, I disliked so much anything related to these cube, yellow-colored minion hateful things in this game. Jeez. A strange thing I couldn't help but notice is that every time you collect a fuel cell and you go outside of the Oracle's cave, like Artemis and Adam, it's just the weird thing their character models do. It's like they reset, but they like glitch out. I can't explain. It's just weird and very noticeable. I was just laughing. It's just so weird. They went and did Blade Runner. The Oracle is a Jared Leto looking motherfucker. They gave Eve a plasma cutter from Dead Space. They freaking did Uncharted 2. I mean, come on.
Cooperate with you.
It gets hard not to fool around in this game with the level of customization it lets you do. With all the controversy and backlash this video game has received because of the character design and how much it supposedly sexually exploits her, this is the least sexual game there is. I mean, Eve doesn't even know what a motel is, you know?
It's elastic, but not very strong. It's so thin.
I hope she's talking about fishing poles. Alright. Okay, anxiety building up. You got this. You don't got this. Here it comes. I knew the fish lasses was selling. A tire. Such a fine creature of the sea.